Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I decided to start this video in this beautiful place, in this beautiful location that we have near our apartment building. Yeah, actually, well, as you can see, we have like a lot of flowers here. It smells so good. These are my favorite trees in the neighborhood with pink flowers. I think these are wild apples actually, because in the end of August they are going to have like little apples all over them. Just look at that, how beautiful it is. I don't know if you can see it, and the color is like really bright. Oh, there will be more flowers here in a couple of days. And yes guys, I will be walking around this place and talking to you because actually I don't have much time to make this video, as yeah, the school holidays have begun, and I'm planning to take my kids to my parents' house in the countryside and to spend at least a week there. So yeah, so I actually don't have a lot of time, and I do hope that I will be able to make this video and post it for you before I leave. Yeah, so that's why I'm using every opportunity that I have to film. Yeah, I came here today with boys so that they can play here. And by the way, this is the territory of the kids center for after school activities. You know, Alex attends his pottery classes here, and they have like a lot of things here: theater studio, dancing, drawing, embroidery, macrame, like a lot of things that you can choose from. The only problem that we have today is that the cottonwood tree is all covered with fluff, and it's just like all over the place. Just look at how much we have here on the ground, and it gets in your nose and eyes, and it's just like everywhere. We are lucky that my kids and me, that none of us are allergic to this. And over here everything is covered with cherry blossom petals. And yeah, by the way, these are the windows of Alex's pottery class. Yeah, George is saying that he's feeding this insect, that he's carrying him from one flower to another. But I'm actually a bit scared that my kids might be bitten by this thing. We already had cases when my kids were bitten by such things last year. So yeah, I found myself some shade where I can talk to you. So actually, yeah, I've started this video here because I wanted to show you a little bit of beautiful Moscow, because I think this is the best time of the year to visit Moscow. Yeah, like the end of May. It's also good in September, you know, and the beginning of October, but I think May is beautiful. Yeah, because everything is blossoming, and every few days you have something new that starts blossoming. Yeah, that's just fantastic, and the air is filled with different types of aromas from the trees. This is great. I love it. So yeah, we had such a positive beginning of my video, but actually today our theme, like the theme of my video, is not going to be that positive. Yeah, I'm going to talk about the effects of sanctions, about the rise in prices, and about what? About the deficit, because I know I've been having questions from you, like whether we have a deficit of anything, especially the food and stuff. So we are going to talk about these things. I know you guys want to know about these, so why shouldn't I make a video on that? So speaking of deficit, do we lack anything? Like, do we suffer from deficit when we go to buy food? Is there something missing? I know you want to know that. Actually, the truth is no. Everything is there. The shelves are not empty, and I have a proof of that. I went downstairs to the local shop that we have downstairs, like mini supermarket, and I filmed some of the shelves for you so that you would see that I'm not trying to lie to you in any way. So yeah, the flour is there, the sunflower seed oil is there, sugar, salt, wet, toilet paper, different types of grains, meat, cheese, dairy products, fruits. I thought we won't have like we will have shortages with like bananas and avocados, but no, actually they are still there. Yeah, and this is not surprising me in any way because, well, the meat that we use is produced in Russia, like it's not imported. The same goes for the dairy products. I think some of the things are imported from Belarus, but not much. Like most of the things are actually Russian made. Well, let's go and have a quick look at what we have here in the supermarket. Okay, they brought some plants here, some flowers here. Alright, bananas, oranges. Yeah, like the price for the oranges for a kilo, 109 rubles. Alright, tangerines, apples, more apples. The vegetables are on the other side of this stall. Let's have a look at this side. Nut, dried fruits. Blah 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 blah. Other things. That's cereal and cornflakes. That's different types of porridges and chickpeas. And over here we have buckwheat. Yeah, rice and buckwheat. So everything's there on the shelves, as you can see. Yeah, more buckwheat, 100 and almost like 120 rubles for a little bit less than a kilo. Sugar here on the top shelf and in the middle. Yeah, and then below, no problem, everything's here. That's salt, that's like cinnamon and other spices for baking, and that's flour. Yeah, all of these are flour packages. 104 rubles for 2 kilos, 120 for 2 kilos. Yeah, so about 60 rubles for a kilo. Spices. Oh, I would like to take these today for frying chicken. These are my favorite. Alright, so more spices over here, and that was olive oil, and this is sunflower seed oil because it's like the most popular here in Russia. Yeah, these are the prices. Oh, this one is even less, like $139 rubles. Okay, that's canned fish. I'll take a can of tuna. By the way, this is from Thailand. That's the product of Thailand. So, like a lot of canned stuff here. And that's a little bit of fresh fish that we do not buy because my family doesn't like fish. Dried fish. That's cheese. And these are something that we call kalbasa, different types of salami. Crab sticks, like different types of fishes. Yeah, that's what is that? Shrimps. That's the chicken fillet. I'll take a package today. Yeah, 429 rubles for a package like this. That's turkey fillet. Yeah. So I usually take that one as well. The price is like 200 and half, 260 rubles. Alright, so more meat over here. Chandelian that I usually use for cooking. Like these are the things that I like to buy. Yep. So how much is that? That's like half a kilo, a little bit more than half a kilo. More meat, that's for barbecue. Like that's already marinated for you. So that's the price for the package. So like as you can see, like everything is here on the shelves. That's minced meat, by the way, because you were asking me, do we have minced meat? Yes, it's here in the shops. It's just that I don't like to use it. I prefer making my own at home. So, what else do we have from meat? These are, like barbecue sausages. That's meatballs, like these steaks.
Да мне пофиг. Пойдем
Yeah, like
дальше.
quite a lot of things here, considering the
Да,
fact that
да,
this is like
да.
not a big supermarket. Shrimps over here. That's the section with like frozen food. Fish, dumplings. We like to buy those. Most of them are with meat. 300 for a package.
Есть две пачки.
Actually, 300 is like a
Пельмешек
good
нет маленьких.
price because sometimes they are more expensive.
Так, а маленькие
Yeah.
это какие? Это вот эти были. Иркутские.
I'll take a package like these. My kids
Они
prefer
сейчас... нет,
small
они без акции.
dumplings.
Не буду брать пока.
Or maybe not. Okay, I don't want to take
Эти
it
пока без
today.
акции.
I remember that I still have it like in the fridge. Oh right, so frozen vegetables, like mixtures of vegetables, broccoli and stuff. That's the one I like. So I'm just gonna take this one. These are the prices for them. Ice cream. A lot of Russian ice cream. I should make a video on Russian ice cream. I should
Да,
definitely
да,
do
да,
that.
да.
So, like nuggets and like fish sticks, stuff like that, that you can also buy. Yeah, you can see the prices yourself, so I'm not gonna waste them out for you. Oh, right, let's move on. They also have like frozen crabs with meat, with
Так, сейчас эти
apples,
макарошки
with
хотела есть.
tvarog. And here we have instant noodles, and that's pasta. That's pasta. The blue packages are Italian pasta, and the rest are actually Russian brands. Yeah, Barilla is here, as you can see. That's the price for Barilla. That's also something Italian, and that's Russian spaghetti, like Russian pasta. 60 rubles only, so you can see the difference. Yeah, 2 times more cheaper, 2 times cheaper than the Italian ones. Oh, that's quite expensive for lasagna sheets. Okay, more cheese over here on this side. These are the packages with the cheese. Oh, that's like already cut for you. Yep, so a piece like this costs 240 rubles. That's cottage cheese, that's Vitaxa, Greek cheese. Produced in Russia, by the way. This is not Greek. Sausages, more kolbasa. I don't know how to describe kolbasa to you. It's a little bit similar to ham, but not exactly. Something like a big sausage, I guess. More salami, bacon. Yeah, we have bacon. 160 rubles for 200 grams.
Ну, потому что я же медленно.
So, what else do you want me to show you? Sauces, different types of sauces, tomato sauces, soy sauce, ketchup, and like other things. Over here, that's the section with different types of coffee and tea. Like half of this stall is coffee, and the rest is actually tea. Because Russians drink a lot of tea. Like all of that is just teas. In sachets and not in sachets. Just, like that. Okay, so that's teas. With different flavors. And over here are cookies, of course, cookies and sweet snacks.
Из такого. А вот моих бельвита возьми
Whoa, a lot of
парочку.
stuff, but all of that is of course not good to
Нет,
eat.
либо зеленые,
What are we gonna take
либо
today?
голубенькие.
I wanna take my favorite cookies.
Да, я это люблю. Belvita cookies,
Зелененький. Мясо-фундук.
Зелененькие. Я знаю, но
80
можно чуть-чуть
rubles
взять,
for a package
что утром ем
today.
их обычно.
Like that's a good price today. They are on sale today. Croissants, 7 days, 7-day croissants. I guess they're like sold all over Europe.
Ну,
I
сейчас я
think.
быстро.
And here we have chocolates. Yeah, I think I already mentioned that we have a pretty good chocolate. Like the Russian chocolate is pretty good.
Ну, это быстро, я не успеваю.
So that's chocolate, that's more sweet stuff. And all of this is Russian made, guys. So, okay, that's bread section. I'm not gonna show it to you because that's not interesting. And oh yes, let me show you this, because this was empty a month ago. So now we have like a lot of Chinese stuff, as you can see. And the other brands are back again. Naturella, Codex, Always, Discreet, what else? Bella, Codex. Yeah, I mentioned Codex previously. So everything is back, guys. And by the way, we have a few Russian ones. I haven't tried them. I guess I should try them too, because they're like really, really cheap. OB. Yeah. That's the powder for washing clothes. The washing machine powder. Oh, that's the price for 3 kilos.
Нет, есть яйца.
Prices did rise, guys. They have increased, definitely.
30?
So more stuff. That's pet food,
Блин.
dog and cat food,
Свеженькие они.
Эти свежие, смотри.
eggs. Not a lot of eggs today, surprisingly.
Я так недавно брала их.
Чё ты не дал? Ты
And these are diapers.
распродажи.
We have, as you can see, yeah, Huggies and Mary's. That's Japanese diapers.
Ну давай.
That's quail eggs. Also Russian. Yeah, that's the product of Russia. I don't know. So everything is just here. Yeah, we're gonna take a big package today. A big package of eggs. A little bit more bread. That's the dairy section. These are our favorite tvarog snacks, like tvarog sticks covered with chocolate. That's our usual breakfast, by the way. Okay, yogurts, and yogurts, drinking yogurts, usual yogurts. That's tvarog and sour cream. Yeah, so a lot of it. It's just like different types. These are the ones that I usually buy for making special pancakes from tvarog. Yeah, these are the prices for a package of 200 grams. Yeah, more sour cream. Then we have kefir and like other dairy drinks. Yeah, that's the section with soya milk and almond milk. And this is alcohol. This, like, all of this is alcohol, guys. Every Russian shop has a lot of alcohol. Oh, I actually don't see people buy a lot of it, but it's there. Okay.
It wasn't like that all this time, like during all 3 months. We did have empty shelves for a pretty brief period of time, I think for about a week or two. Some of the shelves did become empty. Yeah, I remember I was making a video in the beginning of March, and I showed you that the grain is there, and like the toilet paper is there, and then my mom-in-law calls me and says, "Oh, like, is it really like this in your shop? Because in our shop we have empty shelves." And I was like, come on, I have to check. Everything was okay yesterday. So I went upstairs, and yes, I noticed that people were starting to people began buying out buckwheat. That's the first thing that goes missing whenever something happens in Russia. Yeah. So people were buying out buckwheat, and what else? Oh, sugar. I don't know why, but suddenly people began buying out sugar. And surprisingly, the shelf with the woman's stuff, I mean the sanitary pads, went empty. I was surprised to see that. Like, that was something unexpected for me. I went to the other shop like nearby, the shop that sells only like self-care things and chemicals that you need to clean your apartment and stuff. So they sell everything from makeup to um, different stuff of like washing stuff. So yeah, I'm gonna go into the shade again. So, what was I saying? So it was gone. Like the woman's stuff was gone. No pets. I found only 2 packages that I bought, and I left. Like after me, the shelf was totally empty. And yes, of course, it made me feel a bit uneasy because that's just something that you need regularly. But you know, the shelf stayed empty like this for only a week and a half, I guess. Because yeah, like I usually go to supermarket like every 3-4 days, and like sometime later I went downstairs and I saw that no, they have some new stuff that they have taken out to fill this emptiness, and I noticed that they had a lot of Chinese pads. Like the whole thing was filled with different types of Chinese, yeah, sanitary pads. So as you can see, the empty, the gap never stays empty for a long time if you have a market economy. Yeah, and later on, like a few days later, I found out that actually no, the usual brands that I used to buy and we used to have are there. They returned. Yeah, so now we have everything just like we had it previously.
So guys, here I am, I'm back again. As you can see, I'm already back home. Yeah, I had to stop filming outside because at first there was like one guy who was trimming the grass from one side, and I moved around the building to kind of hide myself there to avoid the noise. But then another guy came and started trimming the grass there. So I had no choice. Yeah, I just had to stop filming myself. So we spent more than 2.5 hours outdoors. Kids were playing, yeah, and now we are back. We just had our lunch, and the kids are happy um, because I let them play computer games in their room. So they know that they have unlimited time. Like since mom is occupied, the 40-minute limit doesn't work today. So yeah, I have to make everything fast, otherwise they will spend too much time playing. All right, so where were we? Where did we stop? Yeah, I want to show you the prices, the fees that we have to pay for electricity, for gas, for hot and cold water, for things like that, for heating. Yeah, like I want to show you that kind of prices, uh, because that's a crucial thing for every family, right? For every household. I can say that prices did not change at all. I don't know, maybe they will change later on, but for today, like what we have today is we actually have like the same fares, like the same fees for gas and for water that we used to have like before, prior to all the sanctions and stuff. So for now, it's like that. And of course, I'm happy about this. In this video, I'm not going to transform the prices that I show you in rubles. I'm not going to show them to you in other currencies like I did in my previous videos. Because the thing is that the currency rates, they have changed so much over the 3 months, like the previous 3 months. And I have absolutely no idea what's going to happen with the currency rates tomorrow. So it's useless for me to yeah, to calculate the prices that I show in rubles and other currencies. So yeah, so you'll have to do it yourself if you would like to compare the prices with what you have in your countries.
So let's find out what's going on with the prices for gas. Now, the prices that we have now are actually there since 1st of July 2021.
and we have same prices, like they didn't change at all. And the fares are as follows. So for 1 cubic meter of gas, you will have to pay 7 rubles, and just a little bit over 7 rubles. That's for apartments that have a gas stove. We don't have a gas stove, by the way. And that's how much we paid for electricity in our apartment. That's the sum for the amount for April. Yep. And that's for February. Oh no, that's for March, for February, and for January, and so on. So actually, you can see that the numbers, they didn't change much. The fares, the fee for electricity is the same. It did not change at all. These are the documents, like the how do you say that? Well, the payment documents that we get for water, hot water, cold water, and the heating is like all in these forms. And well, and guys, the fare is the same. Like it stayed unchanged. Like this is the one. Let me see. Okay, that's the one for May. Well, this one is the one we received in May, so that's actually for the previous months, for April. So for April, for March, for February, for January, the fares are exactly the same. Like here it is. It's like yeah, 43, and here the same, and here the same again. Yeah. So well, so our payment for water, for electricity, and for gas didn't change. Like the fees didn't change. Speaking of fuel prices, because that's like the car fuel prices, because that's also pretty important for a lot of people. My family doesn't have a car. That was, by the way, our very well thought decision. Yeah, we decided that we actually don't need a car, like living where we live. It's more convenient for us and cheaper to use the public transport that we have, because well, it's pretty good, like where we live, and we do not really move around Moscow much in our like everyday life, so we don't need it. But my dad has a car because well, he sometimes lives in the country, right, like in the countryside, and then sometimes in Moscow, so they move around pretty much. And both of my brothers have cars too. So I asked them, like, guys, what's going on with the prices, like, for the car fuel? And they told me nothing much. Almost the same, actually. Nothing much to talk about. So let me show you the tables that I found with the prices so that you would believe me. Yeah, I always I like to give proofs of what I say so that my words wouldn't be just mere words. Okay, let me show you what I found. So for the diesel, right now the price is 54, well, almost 55 rubles. And like comparing to a week ago, the price has decreased a little bit, but that's insignificant. So I can say like it stayed the same. Comparing to 1 month ago, it stayed the same, like almost the same. Comparing to a year ago, it has increased by 10, well, almost 11%. Yeah. Speaking of the petroleum or petrol, how should I say that? I don't know. Like, I know that some people are watching me from Britain, and other people are watching me from America, and other people are watching me from other countries. Actually, not much people are watching me, but still. And it's always difficult for me to understand which words I should use. So just, okay, car fuel 92. The prices are 46.5 rubles. And like comparing with the price a week ago and like a month ago, the price doesn't change much. As you can see, like the green show that it has gone down a little bit, but insignificantly. According to a price a year ago, it has risen by 2.5%. So that's not much, as you can understand.
Petroleum 95. Now the price is 51 rubles. And yeah, so during last week and last month, it didn't change much. But according to last year's price, it has increased for 3.5%. And for petroleum 98, the price today is almost 60 rubles. It didn't change much like over the last week and last month, but comparing to the last year, it has increased for 7.5%. So these are the prices, and I can say that they did increase a little bit, but not significantly, and not over the last 3 months, but like this tendency, the dynamic of the price change was pretty gradual. Like here I have another table here, and you can see better from this table how the prices went up. So that's the point for January 2018. The prices for diesel was 41 rubles, just as an example. And now for January 2022, the diesel is 50 what? Almost 55 rubles. So that's how the increasing went. Yeah, gradually. So I cannot say that like the last the events that took place in the last 3-4 months caused it to increase a lot.
Yes, I know that seems so nice. I mean, the price for the car fuel didn't change, the price for electricity didn't change, for the gas didn't change. Oh my gosh, we live in a perfect country, but no, not everything is so good. The prices for the rest of the things, like for food, for clothes, for other things, practically for everything that you buy nowadays, the prices have increased. Yes, yes, yes. I can see it just yesterday and a day, like a few days before that, I went to buy some clothes, like summer clothes for my kids, and yeah, of course, I was feeling kind of sad afterwards, because yeah, um, I did notice things. I cannot say that I am such a good, expert in prices, that I remember all the prices for everything, especially concerning food and stuff. No, I'm not really good. Actually, I'm not good at figures. Yeah, I do not remember figures. My husband does, though. But even as a person who doesn't really follow the prices and everything, I can see that yes, the increase happened, and I can't really tell you how, like, the percentage of increase, because for some of the things the prices are almost the same. For other things they have increased a lot. So it depends. It depends. Oh, another funny thing that actually we had problems with is office paper. You won't believe it. I would never think that there might be problems with office paper, because, well, we're a big country. We have a lot of timber, a lot of trees everywhere. So we don't lack timber to make the paper from. Um, the problem was that though we had plants making paper in Russia, but those plants, they did not produce the chemical they needed to bleach the paper to make it white. The chemicals were bought in Europe. So it turns out that they can actually make paper, but they cannot bleach it. So the paper they make is of beige color, slightly yellowish. Um, the funny thing that yes, they began producing that sort of paper that is not white, and they write on it that it's ecologically friendly and stuff like that. It is actually ecologically friendly because, in order to bleach the paper, you have to use chlor, which is it's a very bad chemical for environment. That people are using. So it's good for ecology. But it's a bit weird for people working in offices. They have to type out documents and stuff. Yeah. Now all their documents will probably be beige instead of white. But here again, I have to say that like 2 months ago, prices for office paper went up. They just soared up to the sky. Yeah, and I saw a package of paper, like an office paper, like the A4 standard paper, that cost something like a little bit over 1,000 rubles. Just yesterday, as I was in one of the shops, buying some books for my kids for summer reading, I saw a package of paper that is actually like white paper, probably from previous supplies, I don't know. And the price for it was 500 rubles something. I don't remember which type of, like, what were the prices before, but I think they were something like 300 rubles. Yeah, like prior to the sanctions and everything. So that's one problem that Russian offices have to face nowadays. Yeah, because of the sanctions. What other things? Oh, that's an important issue, by the way. Where people have faced a bit of a deficit is in the medical, in yes, it's with medicine, um, pills and other type of medications. Uh, yeah, like that's the things that were a bit difficult to buy for people here again because I guess in the beginning of March, people, yeah, there were some panic moods, I think, like among people, and they began buying out medical stuff, like buying out for probably like making supplies at home. Yeah. um, and it caused a deficit in drugstores. I remember I was seeking for some pills for my mom and dad, for pills for reducing blood pressure, and I just couldn't find it anywhere. And my brothers were looking for it, and my mom and my dad, and all of us were looking at it in the drugstores and internet drugstores, like online drugstores. We couldn't find it anywhere. And I remember standing in one drugstore, and there was a lady standing in front of me. And she had like a big, you know, um, a big list of things that she wanted to buy there, and she was just like asking, "Do you have this? Do you have this? Do you have this?" And the woman in the shop, working in the shop, she was saying, "Sorry, we don't have that left. We don't have any of that left. We don't have any of that. We ran out of this. I'm so sorry." She didn't buy anything from her list, really. Like that was a bit depressing, yeah. But most of the such things happen because of the panicking mood that people had, and because they rushed out to buy things. Because yeah, like you know, my husband was also searching for some pills for my mom-in-law, some hormone pills, and he couldn't find it anywhere. He hardly managed to find like two packages of it. But just yesterday, he managed to find a package like without any problems. So actually, like, uh, since people stopped panicking and just let things be, uh, things improved, and now everything is like most of the things are available again. Here, I have to say that when you talk about deficit, when you think about it, you have to understand that right now we have a market economy, and if somebody leaves the market and there's a gap left open, it will not stay for a long time. It will not be there. There would be other companies, other people who would come and fill the gap. So that's what happened with sanitary pads. They were gone, and China guys, they they got the situation very fast. And it was filled with their stuff, with Chinese stuff. So the same will happen in other cases as well. Like I know that some of you are thinking, "Oh my gosh, like a lot of brands are leaving Russia, like have left Russia, like H&M and and Next, and Stradivarius and Pull&Bear and like others, Swarovski and McDonald's. Yeah, and IKEA. Yeah, those guys left. And you probably say, "Oh my gosh, how are we gonna live right now? We're gonna suffer." No, we are not gonna suffer because we have, of course, we have other brands that produce very similar things. Yeah, we have a lot of Russian brands, and we also have China. Guys, we have China, so what are you talking about? I mean, those famous brands, they produce a lot of their things in China, actually. Yeah, so that's not a problem. You can always order things from China to be delivered to your door, or you can buy a lot of Chinese stuff here in Russia, so that's not a problem. And actually, I looked through the things that I have, like through the clothes that I have, and through the clothes that my kids have, and I can say, like clothes and shoes, I can say that about 80% of things that I have and my kids have are produced by Russian brands, and 20% from international brands. So I don't think we will suffer much from that. Though, of course, I do like um, to buy t-shirts from Next for my boys and stuff. I have nothing else to think about right now. So I'll be saying goodbye. Let's call it a day. Take care of yourselves. See you around in my next videos. Oh, by the way, don't lose me. I don't think that I will have a possibility to make a video next week as I will be in the countryside with my kids. But I will be back. I'll be back. Do, 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 do. By the way, guys, I felt so awkward, when I had to go downstairs and film the shelves for you. Because the thing is that I always feel very, very awkward and confused when I have to film in public places. Because the truth is, you don't see a lot of people blogging like on the streets of Moscow. Yeah, and this time when I had to actually like go and film um, the shelves for you, like in my local supermarket where everybody knows me because I go there like every week, like twice a week. Um, I was afraid, I didn't know what type of reaction to expect from people. Yeah, I thought that maybe other people will come up to me and ask me a lot of questions like, why am I filming? Like, what do I need this for? And stuff like that. What's that thing in your hands? Maybe some of the people will come up to me and say, don't do that, or just get out of here. So I was not sure what to expect. I even brought my husband with me because I was like, I needed some support. Yeah, some mental support. Um, and when I went out of the supermarket, I was like, I said to my husband, gosh, this is actually funny, very funny, because the situation is like that. A person with the camera is afraid of the people who are afraid of the person with the camera. No, really, like, as I was filming, I noticed that people who saw me do that, they tried to move away from my camera so that they wouldn't hinder me do what I was doing. Yeah, they were like being so nice actually. And the cashier, like the woman there who's like sitting there working, I think she was more polite than usually. Hmm. so so that wasn't as scary as I thought it would be, but I still feel very awkward, filming in public places. I do have like a lot of ideas, like a lot of things I want to film for you. Yeah, like nah, but I'm yeah, like I'm confused, and that kind of stops me. Ah.